So students, here is the next problem. So problem says like this: Nishant of Mumbai consigned 100 radio sets costing 500 each to Ramesh of Bangalore. So Nishant is the consigner, Ramesh is the consignee. He has sent 100 radio sets, each set costing 500. Cost price is 500 each. Okay. Next, the invoice price was made pro forma at 600 per set. So while sending to consignee, he says that it costs 600 per set. So the cost price is 500, the invoice price is 600. Ramesh was entitled to a commission of 7.5% on sales plus 2.5% on liquidated commission and 10% on the surplus sale proceeds over the invoice price. So this, if I incurred anything called as surplus, means 10% on that should be paid. So next, Ramesh was to bear all expenses incurred after the goods reached his godown. After the goods reached his godown, if any expenses has been incurred, means Ramesh has to take down over that. That is if it is an recurring expenses. So that is not if it is an recurring expenses or non-recurring expenses. While sending the goods, Nishant paid 1500 as forward charges. So Nishant is a consigner. He has paid 1500 rupees as a forward charges and insurance in the transit. So this is a non-recurring expenses. So who is Nishant? Consigner has paid 1500. So next, 10 radio sets were damaged and Nishant received 4,000 from an insurance company. So here insurance, this is for this one. So in insurance, 10 radio sets were damaged. So they say in transit 10 radio sets were damaged. So in transit there has been damagement, that is considered as abnormal loss. It has lost the 10 radio sets, and for that he has received 4,000 from the insurance company. So Ramesh took over the delivery of the remaining radio sets, paying 4,500 as an freight, carriage and etc. So here one thing is, he has paid 4,500 as freight, carriage and expenses. This is for in the transit. So this is a non-recurring expenses. So next is, Ramesh sold 70 radio sets at 800 each. So he has sold the 70 radio sets at the 800 rupees each. 30 of them were on credit. So on 70 radio sets were sold. In this 70, 30 is sold on credit, out of which the proceed of 3 radio sets could not be recovered. So here is a bad debts over here. There is no need to record the bad debts now, because we will not be recording the bad debts in the books of consignee, or it doesn't belongs to the consignee anymore, because consigner has paid the liquidated commission. So it doesn't belongs to the consignee and it will not be recorded now. So 3 sets could not be recovered because of the disappearance of the customer. He had spent 500 as in storage and selling expenses. So Ramesh has also paid 500 rupees as storage and selling expenses, which is a recurring expenses. So Ramesh sent a bank draft for the amount due to the Nishant. Full stop. He has sent a bank draft saying that all the amount has been settled. So prepare a ledger account in the books of both the parties. Now we are supposed to prepare a general account in the books of both the parties. So let's see with what are all the given information. So what is the given? Consigner, consignee, what they are sent, 100 radios they have been sent. Cost price for each radio is 500. Invoice price is 600 rupees, that is cost plus profit is an invoice price, that is 600 rupees. So consigner's expenses 1500 as forward charges and insurance. Lost in transit, they lost the 10 radios in transit, that is an abnormal loss. Consignee expenses is 4500 as freight, that is non-recurring expenses. 500 as storage and selling expenses, that is recurring expenses. So next, coming on to sales. Sale what he has made? He has made this 70 radios he has sold at 800 each. So they are given over here. He has sold 70 sets at 800 rupees each. So 70 into 800 is 56,000. So next, coming on to the commission, he was entitled to the commission of 7.5% on sales, 2.5 liquidated commission and 10% on surplus. So what I have here, Normal sales is, that is normal commission will be paid on sales, that is 56,000 into 7.5%, that is 42,000, sorry 4,200. Next del creditor commission, even del creditor commission is paid on sales, that is 56,000 into 2.5%, 1,400. Surplus commission, so surplus commission is paid on surplus, anything it is surplus. So here the actual sales made by the Ramesh is 56,000, but the goods sent on invoice price is 42,000, that is 70 radios into 600. So here the invoice price is, one second, yes, 70 into 600. So it is the invoice price. So the invoice price that need to be sold, actually this much was need to be sold by the, for this price the consignee has to be made the sales, but he has sold more than the invoice price. So it is, he has sold at 14,000. So here 14,000 into 10%, this is the surplus value, 14,000 into 10%, that is 1,400. Total commission is 7,000. So next we are supposed to calculate what is the profit. So it is so easy to calculate the profit, that is invoice price which has been mentioned minus cost price. So invoice price is 600, cost price is 500, totally profit is 100 rupees. So next what you are supposed to prepare now, we are supposed to prepare the closing stock, calculation of value of closing stock. So here the closing stock value should be prepared in cost price and invoice price also. Why is that we need to prepare in cost price and also invoice price? Means even if a problem says that it is an invoice price, we should be preparing for only one invoice price. But in this question we have abnormal loss. So if the abnormal loss, any kind of loss is there, that should be taken in normal price itself, that should be made at normal price itself, that should be taken in the consignment account. We will be recording on the credit side abnormal loss, right? So for that purpose we will be writing in the cost price itself, not in invoice price. So why, whenever there is an normal and abnormal loss in the invoice price problem, we are supposed to do it for both cost and invoice price. So here goods sent on consignment, cost price and invoice price, both should be recorded. 100 radios, the cost of 100 radios was 500 each, cost price 50,000, invoice price that is 600, right? So 100 into 600, 60,000. So non-recurring of expenses of consignor will be same. So next when we add both, it will be cost of goods in transit. So next coming on to, there is no normal loss. Abnormal loss you are supposed to prepare for normal, and that is on cost price and also an invoice price. So you should be knowing by this time how to prepare this abnormal loss. So next is goods received by the consignee. So this will be the goods received by consignee. So next is add non-recurring expenses of consignee. We are supposed to add the non-recurring expenses of consignee, that is only 4,500, that is both the sets same. So next is goods in go down. So goods in go down, this when we add this we will get the goods in go down. So next coming on to normal and abnormal loss in go down, there is no normal and abnormal loss in go down. So this will be the goods available for sale. So 90, 50,850 and then 59,850. So that is the goods available for sale. So we are supposed to calculate, that is unsold stock. So 90, that is the goods available for sale minus actual value sold. 90 minus 70 is 20. So even here that is 90 minus 70 will be 90 minus 70 will be 20. So here it will be 11,300, here it will be 13. So next we are supposed to calculate. So unsold stock is 20 side, 20 on both. So next coming on to what we are supposed to write, we are supposed to calculate value of unsold goods. How will be calculating the value of unsold goods? Now we have a formula. So here on the cost price it is 11,300, or that is value of value of unsold goods on the cost price, it is 11,300. The value of unsold goods on the invoice price, that is 13,300. We will be not considering this for the purpose of writing closing stock, only this will be considered. So next what you are supposed to prepare, you are supposed to prepare the consignment account. So what is that? In consignment account, on the debit side first you will be recording the sale, any goods returned and abnormal loss and closing stock, those and all things will be recorded. So here the abnormal loss is 5,150. So as we done here on cost price and invoice price, both will be taking the cost price value only, not the invoice price value. So cost price value is 5,150, sale is 56,000. So by consignment stock account, closing stock will be taking on invoice price, closing stock will be taken, invoice price closing stock will be taken, that is 13,300. And one more thing extra you are supposed to write is by goods sent on consignment account. So while sending the goods, what is the profit the consignee has added on that good should be credited here. So 100 into 100, that is 100 was the profit, right? 100 was the load, that is the profit. So 100 radios in multiplied by rupees 100 is 10,000. So on the debit side, goods sent on consignment, that is invoice price, 100 into 600, 100 radios each costing 600, that is invoice price 60,000. To bank account, expenses of consignee. Next we are supposed to expenses of consignor, expenses of consignee to bank account, expenses of consignor, by to Ramesh account, expenses of consignee to Ramesh account, commission. And then one more thing, to stock reserve account should be written here. So what is the stock reserve account means? There have been unsold stock, right? We have the unsold stock over here. So this unsold stock, even on the 20 also the profit is there, so that should be written here, that should be debited. 20 multiplied by what is the load price, what is the profit that was added, that is 500 minus 600 minus 500 is 100. So 20 into 100 is 2000. So it is an, so you can see here there is a profit on consignment, that is 8,950. So this is the profit on consignment. So next we are supposed to prepare, what is that? We are supposed to prepare the Ramesh account, that is consignee's account. So in the debit side, expenses of consignee, commission of consignee, credit side, sales made by consignee will be written, and the balancing figure final settlement is 44,000. So next is goods sent on consignment account on the debit side. What is the value of goods sent on consignment? You are supposed to write, that is 60,000. And sorry, on the credit side we will be writing the value of goods sent on consignment. So on the debit side, but that is first we are supposed to write two trading accounts. So if we send the goods on a cost price, means how much is the value of goods is there, we will be writing that, that is 100 into 500. So next here we are be writing if what is the profit on that, what is the profit we added on that particular goods while sending. So that is 100 into 100. So this is the profit we have been added, at 100 radios was sent on a profit of 100 rupees each, right? You are supposed to write this. So next is consignment stock account. So by consignment account, that is what is the stock, what is it? You are supposed to write here consignment stock account value is there. So that is the closing stocks profit. So that should be recorded and transferred to consignment stock reserve account. So on the credit side, by consignment stock account 2,000, on the debit side this is the balancing figure 2,000. So even if you want, you can, even if they are not asked also, it is better to prepare this abnormal loss account. So what we will be writing in abnormal loss account? So on the debit side, to consignment account, what is the value of abnormal loss? On the credit side, if the insurance company has paid the value, means we will be writing that 4,000 and the balance from profit and loss account. So it will be this much will be recording in the abnormal loss account. So next coming on to the ledger account in the books of consignee, that is Ramesh will be preparing consignor's account. So on the debit side, the expenses of consignee, so bank account expenses 500, if he has received the commission value, that has to be written 700. So expenses first will be recording, next is commission which has been received from the consignor will be recording, and on the credit side the sales incurred by the consignor will be recorded. So balancing figure final settlement is 44,000. So total it is 56,000 each. So hope you have been understood with this much. So any doubts you can clarify, you can ask me at any time. Thank you.